Okay, so very quickly, part 2 of our story, and I just want to repeat again, if I end videos abruptly, it's because Jane is coming in, and I don't want her to know what's going on, and that it's me, and that we're talking. So yeah. As a matter of fact, so to recap, I have given our host the name Sage and her friend Jane, and basically, like I said, where we stand right now is trying to still be ourselves, where the staff here has found the solution, they think, now that they're sure that she's not, DID, they have decided to solve things behaviorally, which is instead of accepting when we come out, now everybody, including Jane, who is very close to all of us, has to say we're not real and tell us, goodbye, basically, and think that that's what's gonna make us go away, and and it just makes Sage continue to do the same things internally to try to make us go away. And we can't go away, and we've tried, because we know that we've turned this girl's life upside down, and it does make us feel horrible that we're here. We don't know why we're here, and we know that we're people, we know that we're a system, we love being a system, but we don't know why we're in this girl's head, and a lot of times we can't really relate to her. We can access her memories and of things of her life, but we don't have any memories of her life. Our memories start from when we came into the world in December, or January, or a couple weeks ago, depending on who it is. So, that's really hard for us, and it is hard to see her struggling. And we have tried to leave many times, we've tried to integrate many times, and it doesn't work. We're just always there, and we tried like hibernating, kind of like trying to go to sleep and shut down, where we wouldn't leave, but we'd just be shut down and be out of her awareness. Because what went on in the beginning was that she was totally unaware of us. When she would lose time, it would just be, she'd lose time, and then she'd come back and she'd have no idea what was going on. And at that time, we were doing things like, Honey decided to take a bath in the middle of the day, make our bed, which stuff she'd never do, like organize things, like I wanted a hairbrush. She found like hairbrush, like Honey put children's songs on our player. It was like totally the classic, like DID finding stuff that you don't, own, and just things all screwy. But now she is more aware of us because people were telling her about us, and she has seen writing that we've written on her computer, plenty of it, emails to her friends, Facebook, whatever, recordings we've made. But she just wants to ignore it. She's too afraid of it, and I don't think she can. I know she can't imagine a life being a system, and it's kind of contradictory, because she's had all these friends that are systems who live, fine, great lives together, for the most part, but she's secretly like, I could never imagine living that way. I don't know how I could be myself and, be, have others in my head and be doing all of that. And I think it goes against her really controlled, rigid sense of who she is, and sense of her life and things like that. So yeah, that's kind of our story. So yeah, staff are just treating it like a behavior problem and saying, well, we'll just tell them to go away, and then they will go away, and that is not true. It has nothing to do with it. It hurts our feelings when people say we're not real, but we know we're real. The problem is now that we can't be, like before, we could be out, for as long as we wanted, especially in here. We'd talk to Jane a lot, we'd just be on the computer a lot, we'd be doing our thing, and now it's like, well, Sage has to get rid of all these friends of hers that have this, because surely they're making this happen, and they're seeking out this connection with her, and somehow that's contributed to this. And so Jane is saying, don't be on any dissociative multiple groups on Facebook. You need to say goodbye to these friends and tell them that if they want to support you, then they should be telling you whenever you write as these other people, for whatever reason that's going on, to stop, and that you're Sam, and that's it, and they will not talk to you. And a lot of the friends have been like, no, like, we don't know what the label is, and like, we don't really care. These are people just like us who are living in someone's head, and unfortunately that person is being really abusive, so we're not gonna like continue that. So, and Jane went on a rampage and like just totally bossed these people around. It was really weird. But so, you know, so that's what's been going on, and so it restricts us because, you know, in the past, even if we didn't talk to, you know, all these staff all the time or whatever, we could just be ourselves in the room, do what we wanted to do, be online, whatever, you know, and now we're kind of being watched, and, you know, like, if, you know, we use our screen reader, and if Jane's in here just hanging out, which often she'll just sit in here and just hang out, and if we're out, we're kind of like, what do we do now? We're just sitting, you know, waiting. But I don't know what that is. But anyways, she will hear on the screen reader, you know, dissociative disorder, or like Facebook group or whatever, you know, and then she would hear about it, and she'd be like, Sam, why are you on that? And, you know, the majority of the time, me or other adults are being Sam, you know, and Sam is either in the background, like sort of aware of things, or just not even really out. And it's kind of a thing that I get a lot of satisfaction in telling people, like, here you are saying we're not real, and I have been here, Sam, for days or hours or whatever. Meanwhile, you're telling everyone we're not real, and you just told me I'm not real, and I've been here, you know, all day, and I was the one talking to you, you know. But Carolyn has a point, which is, you know, if our goal is to just live our lives, then we really shouldn't be making that big of a deal about the fact that we're out. You know, we're just be calm about it. But I'm really angry, and I want to, you know, mess with them and be like, hey, like, this proves we are here, you know. But whatever. It's just really hard. And it's funny with Jane because, you know, screen readers, a lot of sighted people don't understand them. And even though she's, you know, listened to the computer for years, she's always been like, I don't really like that screen reader, you know, I never can understand a word of it. And now all of a sudden she's clearly hearing, you know, dissociative disorder, whatever else, you know, anything about it that is being read, and it's like, okay, you know, so that restricts us. And so it's not so much that we're being told we're not real that bothers us, it's that the restrictions that are put on us, you know, because we're being told we're not real, we're not allowed. We were told we're not allowed to be on the internet and on the computer, and, you know, and we're told, you know, we can't talk to any of Sam's friends or anything. Sorry, sages. Bleep that out. Hopefully the motorcycle hit it. But anyways, you know, we can't talk to any of our friends, and you know, we just things like that. Jane has talked to Honey again, because Honey, Jane was like Honey's mom for the longest time, and she loved her, and she still loves her. I think she still believes we are people, you know, because for the longest time she believed we were multiple for a long time. But then once the staff said no, it was like, okay, no. But in the back of her mind, like, she knows we are people. So she does talk to Honey, and Honey kind of forced her way back into Jane's heart because she's so persistent. So, you know, she does talk to her for a little bit. She talks to us less. I had a very emotional conversation with her on Friday where I was like, I know that we are hurting her, and we will try to leave, because there really aren't a lot of options here. You know, 200 people that staff are working with, they don't have the time to work with all the issues that people with more straightforward mental health issues have. Never mind, you know, something more complicated. I really think that everyone, the psychiatrist, staff, are just hoping this goes away just as much as Sage is, and just is trying to do whatever they can think of to just throw something at it. You know, he did raise her anti-anxiety med, which I think has made her a little more calmer about it. So when we are out, you know, she doesn't freak out anymore because she knows that it's going to happen. And she just tries to be positive. That she says, you know, she thinks it looks like we're stopping. You know, it looks like we're because when we seem quieter to her, quote unquote, because we're out and she's not, and so of course our head is calmer because we're not stuck inside it without being able to do anything or talk or do anything. And so staff are just doing what they can do. I mean, it's not an environment. I think if people were really going to help her, they would have to be someone that could be very attentive and patient about helping her face that she has this, and that she has to look at this as her new life, and try to incorporate what's going on into her life, and really do some serious therapy and things like that. And unfortunately there just isn't the resources here. They just have interns, and she saw one for a couple weeks, and of course her approach is so aggressive, Sage's, with I want them gone, I just want this gone, I want this done, and blah blah blah, and of course the intern was not very confident at all, and she's brand new, and so it didn't really work out. But even if she saw another therapist, I don't think that she would listen to what a therapist even had to say, honestly, because there was stuff on the psychiatrist meeting that she didn't even listen to. So she wouldn't even listen that we were parts, and that's what he thought. So I don't even know if she had the best therapy and care, if that would matter to her, or she just would be stuck in whatever this is going on. So, but it is hard, and that's why I was kind of like, well, we know this is hard, and we knew it was hard back at the other facility, and that's why we tried to integrate then, but we couldn't. So we know we're here, obviously, and we're just happy to have friends that are there for us, and hopefully we'll just continue to do things like we figured out how to not have the group that we're on Facebook come up with this posts on our feed so that no one would hear us talking about it. So yeah, that's basically that's basically our story and sort of where we are right now in relation to people in the outside world. And like I said, if I ever end videos abruptly like I did for the first one, that's why. Someone's coming in, or the phone rings, or something. Okay, we will talk to you guys later. I was supposed to talk on this video. Sorry. I had to talk. Well, I wanted to. Okay, you can do the next one. Alright.
Ribbon prop. Webcam stop button.